Okay, there we go. I had to completely reset my phone, you guys. I was gonna switch browsers, but I'm definitely okay. So you guys can disregard the last two lives. Let me put my banner up here. I just wanted to jump on here before I get my day going, you guys. It's been a very long few weeks here, and I just want to let you guys know that I am feeling better. I am feeling better. Things are good. You know, um, as you guys know, I had to take off Friday last week because I really wasn't feeling too well, and was on bed rest that weekend, and the doctor had ordered me to bed rest, and um, it was just a really it was a really difficult time there. So, um, a lot of gastro issues, IBS flare ups, and I am feeling better, you guys. So that's good and over with. I just wanted to get on here to share some things with you guys before I get my workload going. I don't have a lot of time on the clock today, thank God for work. Uh, you know, so I will be on the clock less than 30 minutes or so today. Maybe even shorter than that. We shall see. But yeah, you guys are reading the title correctly. We need to leave these men alone. We need to leave them alone, ladies. Um, it does not matter what race. Um, Majority of these men have not done the work or done the healing to be out here dating, and um, it's terrible out here, you guys. It really is, and you guys are gonna need to set some strong boundaries dealing with these men, and how they are, and this entitlement and ego and everything with them. Um, Once again, I'm 37, and I have yet to meet a man who has enhanced my life better than what I'm doing. I have yet to meet a man who has legitimately enhanced my life better than what I'm doing. Yep, yep, yep. No man has come in and made my life better mentally, emotionally, physically, spiritually, or financially better than what I'm doing. I would have to say that I am better off staying single. That's where this is at, you guys. Um, you give these men an inch, they want to go a mile. You allow them to lead, they don't want to provide. You ask them to go 50-50, they can't even do that. Which I don't do 50-50, but I'm just saying it doesn't matter if you do 50-50 with them or not. It's just terrible. And if you give them 100% control, they're going to think that they can control you and do what they want to do. Um, Ladies, just be single. I read a meme that said that men prefer younger women because they rob you of your youth, your beauty, and it enhances their life. And this is why older men tend to flock to younger women because they drain your youth, your beauty, and they want your sex. And then when these men get older, they want to pursue older women for financial stability, unpaid labor, and caretaking services. So they want older women like me so that we can be their nurse and purse and caretaker, and we're the ones who are more financially stable than they are, and they're looking for someone to come in and take care of them, in their older age, but you younger women who are younger than me, right? By 10 to 15 years, they go after you for sex and beauty and, you know, fun time. So men are using women all across the board. It doesn't matter what age you are. So when men get on here and they say that women who are over the past at the age of 30 have hit the wall, what they're really saying is there's nothing we can do with you in the bedroom, which is a lie because I know plenty of women over the age of 30 who are still getting it down in the bedroom. What it is, these men just have these certain place values that they want women to be in positions of. Once again, I just don't see any benefit in dealing with men, period. I just don't see it. And they come through with this whole notion of wrapping things up like, I want to be able to love you and give you love. These men are not looking for love. They're not looking for relationships. Men are looking to manipulate, and they're manipulating women all across the board for their own selfish needs and desires so that they can use you, so that you can be usable for them. That's really it. And that's how I see you men. I just don't see the benefit in dealing with you guys. Women are just better off single. And I just want to be clear that when you do give these men the opportunity to come in and be providers, most of them are coming in chaotic. You men really should just get off of the internet and get off of this notion about love and relationships with women and go work on yourselves. You men are just too chaotic and you don't understand the word no, you don't understand boundaries. And when a woman tells you she's not interested in you or anything you're offering, respect that and move along accordingly. You men can't do that. You can't do that. And it's becoming so dangerous for women to deal with you men because you don't understand the word no and you don't respect boundaries that women have established. And we can sit down and tell you men all day what we don't want and what we do want, and you men will dismiss that and continuously keep doing what you want to do and keep acting out in ego and pride. And that's why you're not getting access to women. The amount of times I've had to tell men no, the amount of times I've had to reject a man multiple times, and he still just keeps on persistently doing what he wants to do. Let me tell you what I do with these types of guys. I just block them. I block you, I avoid you, I ghost you. You'll never hear or see from me again. I mean, don't let me have to be the woman who tells you no numerous of times. Don't let me have to be that woman. Yeah, you some of you men definitely have a problem with the word no and boundaries and women rejecting you. And ladies, it is so dangerous to reject these men out here because if you reject them, it may cost you your life because a lot of these men cannot handle rejection. They can't handle the word no and they don't respect boundaries. And I'm just one of these women. I only tell a man one time no. And if you can't understand that word no in the boundaries that I have sought, I'm going to block you. I'm going to ignore you. I'm going to avoid you. And that's going to be the end of that. And that's what you guys are going to have to start doing with these men out here who just are refusing to change. They're refusing to change. They're refusing to be better people. Um, And then these are the same guys who get on here talking about how lonely they are because they don't have a companion. But they're not getting on here telling you guys the things that they're doing to women that has led them to being rejected. They just get on here and complain about women rejecting them and this and that, but they never talk about why women are rejecting them. You know, it's humans' behavior. That's why we're rejecting you. Your behavior is just dangerous, toxic, or chaotic, and that's why we're avoiding you because we don't see the benefit in dealing with you, and you are a detriment to our well-being. That's why you're getting rejected. That's why you're getting rejected. But yeah, you guys, I just wanted to get on here. I wasn't gonna be on here long. You know, just to let you ladies know, granted, there is no perfect man out here. But if you're gonna deal with these men, they need to literally have their stuff together. And a lot of these men don't have themselves together. Men, I'm gonna say this because I meet men who make a lot of money, right? I meet men who are extremely established and have their stuff together, have their careers together, their businesses together, making great money in their fields. But these guys, when I start to look at these men out here who are in a certain high value um, character, I wouldn't even say character, high value pool financially, their characters and their personalities are terrible. Um, what am I saying? You can be a man and make a whole lot of money and still not be likable by a woman. Okay. And I'm gonna have to be honest with you, men. I don't like a lot of you. I don't like you. When I say I don't like you, I'm not like you're not a likable person. You're not attractable to me. And I had a black man tell me, before I get off of here, he was like, yeah, because I see you date outside of your race. You should give black men a chance. And I told him, I says, let me explain something to you. Don't be coming around up in, spaces telling black women what they should do pertaining to their dating options. I don't control what anyone does. And I know you guys see all of this controversy going on with black men who are upset about black women dating non-black men, and they're getting all on the internet talking about it, right? This is where I'm at. I don't control what anyone does. And I damn sure don't need black men trying to control what I do or any other race of people, right? We have to mind our business and focus on our lives and our own happiness. And yes, there will be black women who do date outside of their race, black men. There are black women having families, getting married to non black men. We don't owe you guys any explanation about what we do. And if Akita wants to date a white man, an Asian man, a Mexican man, a Latino man, a Hispanic man, any other race of man other than black, that's my business. Like you black men get on here and say, it's my preference. Well, it's a preference of mine to be attracted to other races of men. It's also a preference of mine to be open to dating other races of men. I am not entitled to you black men. You are not entitled to me. I don't owe you black men anything pertaining to who I date and who I choose to allow to love me. And that's what you guys are trying to do. You're trying to control what black women do, who black women love, who black women allow to let love them. You don't control anything, black men. You don't. And it's okay for you guys to get out here and date around. But the minute a black woman chooses to do this, you guys get upset. I don't care that you're getting upset about black women, certain black women, a certain class of black women dating out. Black women deserve to be happy. We deserve to be loved. We deserve to be with men. And I say that capital MEN, who are going to appreciate us, value us, and love us. Because unfortunately, some of you black men don't fit the bill. There are black women who have standards, we have morals, we have things going for ourselves, and we want men who can measure up to what we're looking for and what we want in a partner. And I'm going to tell you right now, I don't date uneducated men. Okay. I don't date men who don't have college degrees, and I don't date men who don't have financial stability going on. So if you believe in this concept that black women should go 50-50 with you, you're asking a college educated, successful black woman like myself to go 50-50 with you. That is a disregard and an insult to me. I don't date down, and I don't date men who don't have themselves together financially, economically, none of that. I find that the more educated a man is, the more emotional intelligence he carries. The less that a man has when it comes to education, the more he lacks when it comes to emotional intelligence. So, ladies, when you're out here when you're out here telling these men you want men who have emotional intelligence, what you're saying is you want a man whose education is on the board, who is smart education wise, who has a degree, who has a certain IQ that can match the maturity you're looking for in a man. That's what you're really saying. And like I said, I just don't date men who don't have education or degrees. Um, Education is what gets you ahead in life. Degrees, it's what shows what you've learned in life and the field that you're working in. And at a time like this we're in, you need a degree, especially in this economy, to be able to pay these bills out here. And some of these men think that not having degrees is acceptable. No, I don't sign up for poverty, black men. And a lot of y'all want black women to be in poverty with you. And we cannot afford that lifestyle with you. Um, and a lot of you know you can't measure up to what a black woman is going to need. So rather than you freeing her to go be with another race of man or whomever, some of you will purposely hold black women back. And black men, I think you guys are holding us back. You're holding you're holding the black woman back. That's what you're doing. You're holding her back by projecting your insecurities onto her. And I don't deal with insecure men. I don't deal with men who are broken. I don't deal with men who are in scarcity. I don't deal with men who are not educated, and I don't deal with men who don't have degrees. So if you don't have any of those things, you're wasting your time. Um, it works for me to date outside of my race because other races of men have degrees, they have education, they have businesses, they own things. Black men, they own things. So it works for me to deal with other races of men who have those things underneath their belt. I'm just telling black women we have to stop settling for low tier effort. We have to stop settling for men who are below our means. We have to stop subjugating ourselves to that. But yeah, these men definitely um need to get off of the internet and work on themselves. Dating should be the least of their worries. Dating should be the least of their worries. These men need to really go improve themselves in their lives before trying to get out here having relationships with women. Because apparently that's not working out. That's not working out. Anyways, you guys, I just wanted to get on here to share this because, like I said, a lot of these men are just, they're not understanding that we're not subjugating to whatever you guys are asking for. That's not going to be a benefit to our lives. We're not subjugating to that. And if you don't have anything going for yourselves as a man, to make a woman's life better than what she's doing, then I mean, why is she even dealing with you? Why is she dealing with you? You know, and I just don't get what you men are not understanding. That if you're gonna be in a woman's life, you have to be a benefit. And a lot of you are not a benefit to women, and this is why you're not getting picked. Because you're not benefiting women. You're not enhancing women's lives. You're not making women have a soft landing spot to nest and rest in. You're supposed to be the provider, not her. And even just have it all twisted. And it's crazy what's going on out here in the modern dating world. And that's on a traditional aspect. And for the women who are not modern, who are just, wanting to exist and so on, you're still having a hard time out here dealing with these men who can't even do 50-50 with you, even under a modern concept. It's sad. Ladies, y'all take care. I'll see you guys in the next one. I know Friday I'm gonna be off from work. I work today. Um, Tomorrow I'm gonna be busy with some things. So you guys take care. Um, I'll most likely be working the weekend. I'll be working the weekend too. So I will definitely jump back on here maybe Friday, depending on how everything plays out Friday. We shall see. With some things I'm going to be working on. You guys take care, and I'll see you guys in the next